Welcome to Rants and Reels. Tonight, we are going to go see Shazam. Or DC's Captain Marvel, if you're, that guy. Nothing wrong with being that guy, but don't be that guy. I'll be right back in a second, and I'll tell you how this is.
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Wait, for real?
Say it!
Okay! Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I...
Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM.
You have super strength!
Can you fly? If I quit your PM, I still rock Mercedes. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
Be humble. Sit down.
I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
Move that arm, nigga.
You're like a bad guy, right?
Get the bomb off my
Shazam!
Get the bomb off my
Gentlemen.
That ain't right.
You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window,
Have a good
but
night.
you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Shazam! What do we say about Shazam? It was a lot of fun. It was actually very well constructed and put together. Aside from being a huge amount of fun and being very entertaining, which those are important things for a movie, especially in this genre. But beyond that, the film actually has substance. Not that that should really be surprising. The story of Shazam, of Billy Batten? His last name is like stuck in my head and I can't quite get it out. But his story is complicated. Complicated may not be the right word, but nor is tragic, because it's not really a tragic story. It's real. It is rooted in some of the more, again, tragic. I don't want to use the word tragic, but in the theatrical, thematic sense, tragic, yes. It still doesn't sound right to describe him as a tragic character or his story as tragic, because it doesn't quite fit. But again, in the literary sense, in the theatrical sense, it does. Bear with me there. It's pedantic, okay? So, a tragic human story. He's a foster child no kid's a foster child for it's never their fault. So I don't know where I was going with that thought. He is a foster child, and part of this story is his struggle to accept this aspect of his life and to embrace a family that isn't his family. That's what he was always looking for. He wants his family back, but you can't have his family back. That is an unattainable and unrealistic goal, which is what makes that part of his life tragic. So this story is one of acceptance, and they play these themes. The film is filled with contrasting themes, and the way they do it is beautiful. They have themes of rejection and acceptance, of spite and forgiveness, good and evil, even though, good and evil sounds like a classic trope, but it works. Again, you can't get away from the themes of good versus evil with a superhero story. That's just not going to happen. So, put that aside. The light and the dark, the innocence and corruption. I'm not really sure what, the polar opposite, the opposing theme to innocence would be off the top of my head. I'm sure somebody's screaming it right now, but me right now, sitting in my car, I can't think of it. So, they managed to use these thematic elements to build all of the characters in this film, and they play off each other in very, very organic ways. It all fit and flowed and felt very natural. So when we have humor injected into this story, which is it's a very emotional story. So when they insert comedy into it, you have to do that carefully, and they did so very earnestly. The comparison that came to mind, and it really only came to mind because they kind of made a deliberate call out in the film to it, to Big, the old Penny Marshall Tom Hanks movie, where you also have these themes of innocence, and so they play off these themes very, very well. I think I've already said that before, and I'm trying to build my way to a point here, and I think I lost my way when I decided to bring up Big, because that's all I can think of now. But it does make a very good comparison for the way they used humor very honestly, earnestly. It never felt like they were trying to that they were sacrificing the story or the resonance of the emotion for a joke. The question's going to come up. In fact, this question has already come up a few times. I've been asked already by several people not only what I think of the movie now that I've seen it, but leading up to the movie. Everybody wants to know how this stacks up compared to Wonder Woman and Aquaman. It is right up there with Wonder Woman, I would say, in terms of how well made the movie is and how well the story works and the themes play out. It is a very different type of movie, so it's hard to directly compare them. So go see Shazam. I loved it. I think you will too. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.